Greetings to you all once again. This is Afari Ernest and welcome back to grade 8 tutor. We are going to start with today's class, and we are still going to look at past question 1 under quantitative methods. So we are just going to continue from question 20. So we are continuing from question 21 to question 40. Okay. So question 21, it says determine y given that the square y over the x squared is equal to 3 minus 2. So the squared y over the x squared is equal to 3x minus 2, right? Okay, like this. So determine y. Okay, so it means we have to integrate this to get dy dx. Then we integrate the dy dx again to get what? Y. Okay, that is what the question is asking us to do. So when you differentiate it, integrate it once, you get dy dx. So you integrate it, you are going to get what? 3x 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 minus 2, there is x exponent 0 here, so 0 plus 1 over 0 plus 1. Okay, then we add plus c. So our dy dx in this case is going to be 3x exponent 2 over 2 minus 2x over 1, so it's the same as 2x plus c, because anytime you integrate a function you bring what? Plus c. Now we are looking for y, so we have to integrate it again, right? So when you integrate it again, you are going to get y equal to, so what do? It is going to be 3 on 2 x 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1, like this. Okay, because this is our numerator now, then we are going to divide it by the exponent. I hope that is good. And we also have minus 2x 1 plus 1 over 2. We have plus c, then there is x exponent 0 plus 1 here, so we bring 0 plus 1 plus, now that we have c, we are introducing another variable again, d. Okay, so when you solve the first one, you are going to get 3. This is going to give you 3, right? So 3 on 2 divided by 3, right? So it's more of 3 on 2 multiplying 1 over 3. So this one will cancel out this to give you 1 on 2. So the whole of this place is going to give you what? 1 on 2. Or let me just simplify it first. So y is equal to 3 on 2 x exponent 3 all over 3, right? Minus 2x squared on 2 plus cx plus d. Okay, so this one can cancel out this to give you x squared. So 3 on 2 divided by 3 will give you 1 on 2. That is what we did. X 3. Then this one can cancel out to give you minus x squared plus cx plus d. Okay, so let's look out for this option. Question number 21, right? Yes, question number 20. That is option A. 1 over 2 x is 3 minus x squared plus cx plus d. And so that is option A. So we see question 21 is option A, right? Then let's move on to question 22. Question 22. Evaluate. So you evaluate the integral value 3, 1, and you have 60 cube minus 3t plus 1. Okay. Yes, you bring your. So what we are going to do is that, okay, let me put it on silent. So what we are going to do is that we are going to integrate this, then any function that we get, we substitute the upper limit into it, then minus we substitute the lower limit into that same function. So that is what we are going to do. Should I give it to you to try? But you can still use the calculator to solve this question. Okay, so I think we also have the same or similar question. Question 23 is different. Yes, other than that, I would have given it to you to solve. So let's clean this place. What we are going to do is we are going to integrate this. Okay, so when we integrate this, we will ignore the integral value. Okay, so when you integrate this, you are going to get 6t 3 plus 1 over 3 plus 1. So this is the integration of the first part. Then you have 3t 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. Okay, then we have 0. Okay, so there is no, we are integrating it, so it is going to be x. Okay, so 1, there is x exponent 0 here, 0, so we add 1 to it, then we say 0 plus 1. Okay, so now we bring our upper limit here and our lower limit here. So after you integrate, you just leave the integral value. Okay, so you are going to get 6t4 on 4, okay, minus 3t squared on 2 plus, this one is going to give you x exponent 1. X times 1 is 1 divided by 1, so it is going to give you x. So have it in mind, anytime you integrate 1, you are going to get x. So you have 3, 1 here. So now that you have been able to integrate this, it means you just substitute what? 3 here minus you substitute 1, the same. Okay, so we say 6t, right? So t will be 3 exponent 4 over 4. Okay, that is the first part, minus the second part, 3 into bracket 3 2 then over 2 plus is it t, not x, sorry, supposed to be t because we are dealing in terms of t. So t, and now we are saying 3, right? Yes. So we are done with the upper limit. So we just say minus, then we do same for the lower limit, which is 1. So we say 6 1 4 over 4, right? Then we say minus 3 1 2 over 2 plus 1. That is all. Then you punch them in the calculator. So when you do that, you are going to get 110 in total. So your final answer is going to be 100. So you can punch this one in the calculator, you punch this one in the calculator, then you find for the difference. But then because it is MCQs, you make sure you punch all of them together to get your final answer. So you are going to get 110. That is option D. That is option D. Option D. Okay. So let's look at the next question. Question 23. Question 23. Okay, so for question 23, we have y equals x bracket open, y equals x bracket open, x cubed minus x plus 1 plus 1. Okay, the value of the value of integral, so integral value 1 negative 1 y dx. Okay, yes, s. So okay, it's very simple. We are going to integrate it, then we do the substitution. Okay, so just as we did for the first one. Okay, so what is y doing here? Y is the same as this. So when you rewrite it, you have negative 1, you have 1 here. This y, we are bringing this function instead of this y. So we are going to get x into bracket x cubed minus x plus 1. Okay, this is it. Then we bring our dx. So this, we have translated this into this. Okay, now that you have this, as usual, just expand the bracket and solve it just like the first one. So you say integral value negative 1 1. Here when you expand the brackets, you get x4 minus x squared plus x dx. So now there is a function. So just integrate this function, substitute this one here. You subtract, you bring your minus sign, then you substitute the negative one into it again. Okay, so let me just take you through. So when you integrate this, you are going to get x4 plus 1. Let me clean the whole of this piece. So you are going to get x 4 plus 1 over 4 plus 1, okay, minus x 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 plus x 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. So then we bring our integral values 1, negative 1. So let's simplify them. X 5 over 5 minus x 3 over 3 plus x 2 over 2. Right? Then you bring your 1, negative 1. Right? It's very simple. So what you are to do is you substitute this into this minus you substitute this into this. So we are saying we have 1 5 over 5 minus 1 3 over 3 plus 1 2 over 2. So we are done with the upper limit. We say minus. Then we do same for the lower limit, which is negative 1 exponent 5 on 5 minus negative 1 exponent 3 on 3 plus negative 1 exponent 2 on 2. Then you punch everything. So when you punch everything, question 23, when you punch everything on the calculator, you are going to get 11 on 30. Here you are going to get, yes, 11 on 30 minus 19 on 30 minus 19 on 30. Is that right? Yes. So when you subtract 11 from 19, you are going to get what? 8, right? You are going to get negative 8 on 30. So 2 goes here, 4, 2 goes here, 15. So your final answer is going to be negative 4 on 15, right? Negative 4 on 15, and that is option A. Negative 4 on 15 is option A. So we say option A. Okay. Now let's look at the 24th question. Question number 24. It says if dy dx is equal to 6x plus 2. So dy dx is equal to 6x plus 2. Okay. Dy dx is equal to 6x plus 2. Find c, given that y is equal to 3 when x is equal to 1. Then why are they saying we should find c? You can only get c in this function when you integrate it, because anytime you integrate a function, you bring what? C. Okay, so we are going to integrate it. Now when you integrate it, you get y is equal to 6x, there is exponent 1 here, so 1, we add 1 to it, then we bring the exponent down, so 1 plus 1 equal to, no, plus 2, there is x exponent 0 here, we just add 1 to it and we say 0 plus 1. Okay, then we say plus c. So our y is equal to 6x squared over 2 plus 2x plus c. So this one goes here 1, this one goes here 3. So you have y is equal to 3x squared plus 2x plus c. Now the value of x and y has been given, right? They have given us x and y. So all that we need to do is what? To substitute and find for x. Okay, so y was given to us as 3 and x 1. So we say 3 equals 3, 1, 2 plus 2, 1 plus c. So you get 3 here equal to, this one will just give you the 1. So 3 plus 2 plus c. So we have here to be 5, right? So 5, so 3 equal to 5 plus c. Okay, so we can say c is equal to, then this 5 will cross the equal sign to the left hand side to give you 3 minus what? 5. And 3 minus 5 is negative 2. Okay, that is our final answer. So c is negative 2, and that is option D for question 24. Okay, option D. Question 24 is option D. Okay, so let's move on to another question. Question 25. Okay, question 25. Question 25. Okay, so question 25. Given that y equals, so given that y equals 2x cubed plus 2x squared. So we have 2x cubed plus 2x squared, okay, plus 1 exponent 5. So we have to find dy dx, okay, we have to find dy dx. And how do you find dy dx? This, you can use two methods, right? You can just, it's a chain rule method. So that's how we do it. You represent everything here by u. So you say u is equal to 2x3 plus 2x2 plus 1. So if here is equal to u, then you can also say this y is equal to, here is u, so you say u exponent 5. Is that clear? So what you do is, for the chain rule formula, we have dy dx is equal to dy du times du dx. So that when du cancel out, you get your dy dx here back. Okay, so now that you have dy du, look at the question. What do you need? You have y, you have u, so you can get dy du, right? So we say our dy du is equal to 5u exponent 4. So we are differentiating this. Then our du dx, so our du dx will also be equal to, we differentiate this to get 6x squared, okay, plus 4x, then that is all. So since we have the two, we just say dy dx is equal to, dy du is what? 5u4 multiplying du dx, which is 6x squared plus 4x. Now, since you have gotten here, you know that from the question, you were not given anything like you were the one who introduced it. So now you have to change it. So when you change it, dy dx will be equal to 5, right? 5, then you bring the whole function here, which is 2x3 plus 2x2 plus 1 exponent exponent 4, because this is u, so we bring the exponent 4. Then we multiply it by 6x squared plus 4, right? Yes, plus 4x. Yes. So now we are not done. The last thing to do is, you can use the 5 here to expand whatever you have here, provided if you check from the question and it has been what? Expanded. But then if it has not been expanded, you can just leave it like that. So I think from the question, they did not expand this. So let's just rewrite it. we can say dy dx is equal to 5. And so you see multiplication, they are the same. You can just change this one here. So you get 5 into bracket 6x squared plus 4x. Then you bring this function again, 2x cubed plus 2x squared plus 1 is equal to what? 4. Okay, so this is the final answer. And when you check from the options, what do we have? Question 25. Question 25 is option C. No, it is not option C. 5 into brackets 6x squared plus 4x, right? 6x plus 4x. So another bracket 2x cubed plus 2x squared plus 1 exponent 4. That is option B. That is option B for question number 25. Option B. Okay. So now let's look at question 26. But question 25, this is the chain rule. Okay. You can also use another shortcut. That is what I'll just recommend for you. So there's the question. Y is equal to 2x cubed plus 2x squared plus 1, 5. Okay, so all that you need to do is for the normal differentiation, you get dy dx here, right? Then this exponent will come here. So you have 5, then bracket open, 2x cubed plus 2x squared plus 1, right? Then you subtract 1 from here, so you have 4 here, right? And the last thing to do is just differentiate whatever is in the bracket and you are done. So you open another bracket, then you just differentiate whatever is in the bracket. First of all, this one comes here, you subtract 1, just like the normal differentiation. Then you open another bracket and differentiate whatever is in the bracket. So this one, 3 times 2 will give you 6x squared, right? Then here will give you plus 4x. Here will give you 0. So you close your bracket. So you can rewrite it again and say 5. Then you bring this one here to say 6x squared plus 4x. Then you bring your function again, x squared plus 1 exponent 4. So this is the same as what you have here. Okay, so just go by this approach. Whenever you are given a question in this nature, just go by this approach. Bring this one down here, subtract 1, just like the normal differentiation. When you finish, just open bracket and differentiate this into this, and you are good to go. Okay, yes, so we are done with question 25. So for question 26, find the expression of for y, given that dy dx is equal to. So dy dx is equal to x squared multiplying square root of x. Okay, so we can rewrite it and say that our x squared is multiplied by x exponent half. So square root is just like exponent what half. Okay, so dy dx, we haven't done anything to it, but we are just simplifying it. So when the bases are the same, you pick one. So 2 plus half, it is going to be this way. So you are going to get x, 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So 5 on 2. So this is your dy dx. Okay, dy dx is equal to 5 x exponent 5 on 2. So now we are to integrate this to get what? Our y. Okay, so when you integrate it to get y, it means x exponent 5 on 2 plus 1, because integration you add 1 to the exponent. The same thing, 5 on 2 here plus 1. Okay, so y is equal to x exponent 2 times 1 is what? 2 plus 5 is 7. So you have 7 on 2 here over 7 on 2 here. Okay, so if you want to simplify it more further, you have 1 here. So it is going to be 1 divided by 7 on 2. Okay, so 1 times 2 on 7. So you are going to get what? 2 on 7. I hope you get it. Okay, so you have 2y is equal to 2 on 7 x exponent 7 on what? 2. That is our final answer. Okay, that is, we shouldn't forget our c because it is integration. So plus c here, plus c here. So 2 on 7 x exponent 7 on 2, that is option D, right? Yes, option D plus c. Option D plus c. Okay, so now we move on to the next question. Okay, okay, so we move on to, what is the it is D, right? Question 26. Question 26. 26 is D. Yes. Now let's move on to question number 27. Question number 27. Question number 27. So question number 27. We are going to look at this. Given that V equals 2u cubed minus u squared. So 2u cubed minus u squared. Okay. All over 3u. 3u. So we are to find for dv du. We are to find for dv du. dv du. Okay, that is what we are going to calculate for. Okay, initially we know they are to represent here by x, so that we just know that here is our u, here is our v, then we solve for it. But right now they have changed it to this format. Okay, they have changed it to this format. So all that we can also do, we can change them to suit our what formula, because we know that the formula for quotient rule is what? dy dx is equal to v du dx minus u dv dx all over v squared. Okay, so we can also change it and just say here is y, here is u, then we find for dy dx. That is all. Nothing has changed, because this is, if you say here is y and u is what? X, you will get dy dx. I hope you get it, so that you don't get confused. We can just use this application, represent them by, let's say a is equal to this, b is equal to this, and solve it. But then I don't want you to get confused, so when you are solving it in the exams, just change them. Okay, just change them. This is v, so change it to y. Okay, so you are going to have y equals 2x whatever. So I'm just rewriting the question again, saying y is equal to 2x exponent 3 minus x exponent 2 all over 3x. I can say it this way. Then I apply the formula, because once you have this u and v, you can't apply, you can't just substitute it into it. And when you are trying to differentiate it to, you are going to differentiate them in terms of u and v. Then when you finish, how do you substitute it here? It is going to be a whole lot. And when I even try solving it this way for you, it will get to a point in time you may be confused. Okay, so let's just change it to this. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. Our u, we are now looking at it this way, is what? 2x3 minus x2. Then our v is equal to 3x. So we say du dx is equal to 6x squared minus 2x. Then we say our dv what dx is equal to 3, right? So since we have all the parameters here, we don't have problem. All that we need to do is what? To substitute them. Okay, so your dy dx here is going to be v, which is 3x, right? Then du dx, which is 6x squared minus 2x. Okay, then we say minus the u is 2x exponent 3 minus x exponent 2. Then we divide everything here. No, this is u. Then we multiply it by what? Dv dx, which is 3. Then we say v squared. Okay, so 3x all squared. Now it's very simple. Other than that, you'll be seeing this 3x instead of x, you'll be seeing u, then a whole lot. So let's use this approach. Okay, so let's look at the question. Okay, they've simplified it, so let's also simplify it. So dy dx is equal to, this one will give you 18x cubed minus 6x squared. Then you have negative here, so you solve for this first. So you have 6x cubed minus 3x squared, right? All over 3x all squared. Okay, so let's do it again. Dy dx is equal to 16x cubed minus 6x squared minus this, so minus 6x cubed, and this minus will affect this to give you positive 3x squared all over our 3x squared. I hope you are good. Yes, so let's group like terms, then we continue. Our dy dx is equal to 16x cubed minus 6x cubed will just give you 10x cubed. 6x squared plus 3x squared is going to give you negative 3x squared all over 3x squared, right? Good. So now we have it this way. So looking at the question, it means we are to even simplify what this. Okay, that is question number 27. Question number 27. So it means we are to even simplify the denominator to get we have 10x 9x squared. You see, when sometimes when they just give you the question, they will just end here, right? But looking at the answer, it means you just have to simplify what further. Are you good? So this 10x exponent 3 minus 3x squared over 9x squared. We are now going to simplify them 10 by 10. So we have it's supposed to be 18, not 16. Supposed to be 18. Here is supposed to be 18. 3 times 6 is 18. Okay. 3 times this is supposed to be 18, not 16. So we have 18. So 18x cubed minus 6x cubed is going to give you 12x cubed, right? So 12x cubed. And yes, this one will remain the same. We are just changing the 10. So we have 12. So it was a mistake. Very sorry. So now that you have gotten here, it means let me cancel this one. So we have, let's rewrite it again. 12 x3 minus 3x2 over 9x squared. Okay, so we can factorize something here, right? 3 goes into 12 4 times, so we can say 3x squared is a factor. So you have 4x here. So when you multiply this by this, you get this minus 1. If you multiply this by this, you get this all over 9x squared. Okay, so this x squared will take this x squared away. 3 goes here, 1, it goes here, 3, right? So what are you getting? 1 on 3 into brackets, 4x minus 1. Now this is our final answer, but we didn't have any x in the question. It was u. We said v is going to be our y and u is going to be our x. So we can say 1 over 3 into brackets 4u minus 1. This should be our final answer. Okay, so that is 27 option C. Okay, 27 option C. Okay, let me write it here. Now let's look at question number 28, right? Question number 28. Question number 28. So for question 28, differentiate with respect to x, 1 over x. So we have 1 over what? X into brackets 3 plus 4x. 3 plus what? 4x plus 5x squared, right? So we should differentiate. Okay, we should just differentiate. So here we are just going to expand the brackets. So we say 3 times this will give you 3 on x plus 4 times this one will cancel out this, right? So you are going to get 4. 1 over x times 4x, right? So this x will cancel out this x. So 1 times 4 is 4. Then 1 over x times 5x squared. This one goes here 1, it goes here x. So you are going to be left with 5x. So 5x. Now we have been able to expand what? The brackets. Okay. So this is what we are going to differentiate. Okay. So let's differentiate this. You can bring this one up to say 3x exponent negative 1 plus 4 plus 5x. Okay, so when you differentiate this negative 1 will just multiply this to give you negative 3x. Then you subtract 1 from the exponent to get negative 2. This one will give you 0 plus 5. Okay, so when you are just rearranging them in fraction, it is going to be negative 3x over x squared. Okay, over x squared plus 5, something like this. Okay, or you can say 5 minus 3x on x squared. Or yes, so x can cancel out x here to give you 3 on x. Let's first look at the question if there is a simplification. Okay, so 5 over 3x, 5 over 3, 5 minus 3 on x squared. That is what we have here. Okay, so I think question 28. Oh yeah. Let me clean this one. This, right? So where from this x is because we have it here negative. So when it comes, okay, so negative 3 on x squared, yes, is here, plus our 5. Okay, or we say plus our 5, or we say 5 minus negative 3. Oh, I've forgotten. There is a mistake here. You see, this is negative 3x exponent negative 2. So when you just rewrite it, it is negative 3 divided by x squared, not negative 3x. Okay, yes, that is where I think the confusion was coming from. Then plus 5. Okay, yes, that is it. So you have rearranged it, or you can say 5 minus 3 on x squared. That is it. Okay, so that is option A. That is option A. So question 28, we say option A. Now question 29. Which of the following is an indicator of local maxima? You know that for maxima or maximum point is when dy dx is less than what 0. For minimum point, that is when the square y over the x square is less than 0. That is for maximum. Then when the square y over the x square is greater than 0, that is when you have minimum point. But when it is equal to 0, point of inflection. So this one, question 29, our answer is going to be B. B. And for question 30, if you have y equal to negative cos x, and you are to find for the fourth differential, you are to differentiate it 4 times. Have it in mind, if you have cos x and you differentiate it, you get negative sine x. But if you have sine x and you differentiate it, you still get cos x, no negative. Okay, so let's go. The y over the x is equal to, there is negative here already. When you differentiate cos x, what do you get? Negative sine x. So this one will give us sine x. That is dy dx. Okay. Then we find for the square y over the x squared. When you differentiate sine x, you get cos x again. Then we find for the cube y over the s cube. When you differentiate cos x, you get what? Negative sine x. So you get negative sine x. Okay, then we do that of the last one, this the 4y over the x4. That is when you have what? Negative. Then when you differentiate sine x, what do you get? You get cos x. So we started from the question and we have gotten back to the question again. So the answer for it is what? Negative cos x. And question 30, the answer is what? D. Question 30, the answer is what? D. Are you good? All right. So let's look at question 31. Question 31. So question 31. Question 31. Y is equal to x exponent x. So y is equal to x exponent x. So this is an what? An exponential function. Exponential what? Function. So we are to calculate for what? Dy dx. Okay. Dy dx. No, this is logarithmic function. So we just need to introduce what? Log of both sides. That is ln y equals ln x. But this one will come behind the ln. So you are going to get it like this. Okay. Now you are going to treat it like the product rule. Okay. So let me first deal with this one. When you differentiate ln y, you are going to get 1 over y, 1 over y. Then you bring your dy dx, because anytime you differentiate y, there should be dy dx. Okay. Then you have x here, so you hold x constant. Ln x, you differentiate ln x. This one, when you differentiate x, you get 1, then you divide it by x. That is how we differentiate logarithm. Okay, so we are done with the first part. We say plus, then we hold ln x constant. Ln x, we hold it constant. Then we differentiate this to get what? 1. Okay, so we have 1 over y dy dx equal to, this one will cancel out this. So you have 1 plus ln x will also cancel. Ln x times 1 is the same as ln what? X. I hope that is good. Okay, so here we are just going to multiply both sides by y so that we can eliminate what? The y there. So we are going to get y multiplying 1 over y dy dx like this. So you just multiply here by y, here by y. So you see y is 1 plus ln x. Okay, so this y will cancel out this y, and so now you have the y dx sitting here peacefully equal to What again? Now, okay, now you are done, because when you see y here, just go and bring back the question again and you are done. So the question is x exponent x, right? So x exponent x into brackets 1 plus ln x. Okay, so that is what we are looking for. Now x exponent x 1 plus ln x is option what? D. Is option D. So now that we have option D as our answer for question number 31, let me check it very well. X exponent x 1 plus ln x. Yes, that is option D for question number 31. Okay, let's look at question 32. Question 32. Okay, let's look at question 32. The function f of x is equal to x exponent 4. F of x is equal to x exponent 4 over 4 plus x exponent 3 over 3 minus 3x squared plus 20 has all the following turning points except, so we are going to look out for the turning point, and you know, for the turning point it is when the y dx is equal to what? 0. Okay, so our f prime of x in this case is going to be, let's rewrite them in linear form so that you don't get confused when I'm differentiating them. So our f of x, we are not differentiating it, I'm just rewriting it in linear form. So we are going to get what? 4, question number 32, right? So yes, f of what are we supposed to do? F of x, so we are just going to look for the turning point, right? Okay, so we have to differentiate it once. Okay, we have to differentiate it once, then we however equate it to 0 to get our turning points. Okay, so to differentiate it, we can say we have 4x exponent 3, then the 4 will just cancel the 4 here. 3x exponent, so let me just do it straightforward. You have 4x exponent 3 over 4, right? Plus 3x exponent 2 over 3 minus 6x. That is all. Okay, yes. Then this one will cancel out this one will cancel out this. So our f prime, no, yes, this f prime. Yeah, I wanted to write it linear, but this is even okay. Our f prime of x is equal to, this has cancelled out this, so x cubed plus x squared minus 6x. So you point this one on the calculator as quadratic equation, mode option 5, then option 4. Okay, you input the coefficient of 1 equal to coefficient of 1 equal to coefficient of negative 6 equal to, then here you press 0 because there is no constant variable, then you press equal to. So you are going to get so it is going to be x cubed plus x squared minus 6x equal to 0. So you are going to get the x values you are going to get. When you use the calculator, okay, you are going to get 0, 2, and negative 3. Okay, so you are going to get 0, 2, and negative 3. Okay, so we are looking for the except, and that is option what? D. 4 is not parts. 4 is not parts. So we see option D. Option D for question 32. Now let's look at question 33. If f of x equals x cubed minus 2x, so f of x equals x cubed minus 2x, okay, plus 10, plus 10. Then f prime of 2 will be equal to, so f prime of 2 will be equal to what? So they just want you to differentiate it, and that will be f prime. Then when you differentiate it, you substitute 2, and that is all. So f prime of x is equal to, differentiate this, you have 3x squared minus 2. I hope you get it. Then here they are saying f prime of what? 2. So you substitute 2 in place of what? X. So it is going to be f prime of 2 like this. So you have 3. Wherever you see x, you substitute what? 2, or you put 2 there. So 2 minus 2. So you have there's 4. You have 12 minus 2. You have 10. So it means f prime of 2 is equal to what? 10. Okay. And that is option A. And that is option A. That is option A. So now let's look at question number 34. We have 6 questions left here. So question number 34. Okay. Question number 34. We have, if y equals 4 on x squared, okay, x squared plus square root of x, square root of x equal to 1 over square root of x, then dy dx is equal to, okay, then dy dx is equal to. So now let's just simplify everything. Oh, it is minus, not equal to, there is equal to, it is minus. Okay, so we are going to simplify everything here. We have y equal to 4 over x squared plus, this one will give us x exponent half minus 1 over x exponent half. If you simplify it this way, you are good to go. So you rewrite it and say 4, when this one comes up, becomes x exponent negative 2 plus x exponent half minus, when this one comes up, it becomes x exponent negative 1 over 2. You just bring negative around the exponent, okay, and that will be it. So you have x, sorry, now that is it. Let's differentiate. So dy dx will be equal to negative 2 times 4 will give you negative 8x. Then you subtract 1 from the exponent to get negative 3. Then here will give you plus half x. You subtract 1 from the exponent to get what? Negative half, right? So negative half. Then minus, so negative will give you positive half x into brackets. So we subtract half from the exponent as well to get negative 3 on 2. Negative 3 on 2. Okay. So what do we have to do? Yes, we can just simplify everything here, and that will be it. Okay. So let's just simplify whatever we have here. So our dy dx is equal to, we have negative 8 here. Then when this x negative 3 comes down, it is going to be x cubed. I hope you know that. Plus, we have half here. So half, should I say, half x, then, so let me put it this way. It is going to be 1 over, then the 2, so half, right? And the x will just come down. So it is going to be x exponent half. And you know that x exponent half is what? It is 1 over 2 x negative 1 on 2, right? So it is half like this. Then this x will just come down. So when it comes down, you have exponent half like this. And anytime you see exponent half, it's the same as what? Square root of x. And that is what I mean. So there is square root of x here. Then plus the same half again. Then we have x exponent 3 on 2, right? Yes, we have x exponent 3 on 2. So this is our final answer. Now let's check. 8 on x cube plus 1 over 2x plus 1 over 2x exponent 3 on 2. That is option B. Okay. Yes, that is option B for question 34. Option B. Okay. So we move on to question 35. We move on to question 35. Question 35. Total function in thousands of euros for manufacturing X manipulators per year is given. So we have the cost function, which is C to bracket X equals the cost function to be 375 plus 25x minus 0.25 x squared. Okay, that is the cost function. Then yes, that is it. So what is the cost of producing the 31st manipulator using the marginal cost function? Now, when we say the cost of producing the 31st manipulator using the marginal cost function, it means that the cost that is incurred in order to produce the 31st manipulator, that is the cost we are looking for. Do you get it? So you just incur the cost for the 30 items. Do you get it? Before you'll be able to produce the 31st manipulator. As simple as that. Okay. So the cost for producing it says what is the cost of producing the 31st manipulator using the cost function, marginal cost function. You know, when we talk about marginal means the extra cost incurred in order to produce another output, another unit of output. So it means what is the cost here? What is the cost that we are to incur in order for us to produce the 31st? So this one, they are not asking you to calculate for the how do you call it, the cost for the cost for the 31st manipulator. They are not asking you, but they are asking you to calculate for the cost to incur in order to produce the 31st manipulator. Is that good? Okay, so the cost that you incur is the cost for the 30. I hope that is good. So how do you get the marginal cost? That is when you differentiate this. So your c prime of x is equal to, this is 0, you have 25x, 25 minus 0, no, yes, 0.5x. Yes, you are going to get something like this when you differentiate it. Okay, so when you differentiate it like this, let's look at it. What is going to be the cost? Our x here is going to be what? 30, not 31. Our x here is going to be what? 30, not 31. We are looking for the cost, right? In terms of marginal cost. Now, when you get to the marginal cost, that one will tell you that that is the cost you are to incur in order to produce the 31st manipulator. So it is going to be c prime of 30. And so you have 25 minus 0.5 into bracket 30. So 25 minus this one will give you 15. So you have 10, right? So you have 10, and they are saying the figures are in thousands. So if you get 10, it means it is going to be 10,000. So you have to you will incur 10,000, is it euros? Yeah, euros, before you produce the 31st manipulator. So the answer is 10,000, and that is option C. Okay, 10,000. Now let's look at question number 36. What is the exact cost of producing 31st manipulator using the total cost function? So the exact cost for producing the 31st manipulator is going to be what? The cost for the 30th manipulator and minus the cost for the 31st manipulator. So it is going to be a cost for 31st manipulator minus cost for 30th manipulator. As simple as that. Okay, so the two costs using the total cost function. Okay, so this is the total cost function, and so all that we need to do is we are just going to insert 31 here, then we solve it, we subtract 31 from it. And so let me see, C of 31 is equal to 375 plus 25x minus 0.25 x, sorry, it should be 31, right? Here is 31. So NC 30 is going to be 375 plus 25, should be 31 here. And this 30 minus 0.25, 30. So when you just solve the two, then solve the two. After solving the two, just punch the other one on the calculator. So let me just confirm it with my calculator. So this minus this, I'm getting this one. And if I have the 31st manipulator to this one to be this. So I have this to be 909. I have this, the first one, C of 31, I have it to be 909.75. Okay. Then I have C of 30 to be C of 30. So I just insert 30 and I have 900. Okay. So when you find for the difference, okay, C of 31 minus C of 30, you are going to get what? 9 points. Yes, you are going to 9.75. Now everything is in thousands, so you just multiply it by 1,000. Okay, so you are going to get 1, 2, 3. So there is going to be 0 here. So your final answer is going to be euros, right? So 9,750 euros. Okay, you are going to get 9,750 euros, and that is option what? B. That is option B for question 36. Okay, yes. Let's look at question 37. Question 37. Question 37. And so for question 37, a one product firm estimates its daily total cost function in suitable units. So we have the cost function here and we have the revenue function. So the cost function here is what? X3 minus 6x2. X3 minus 6x2. Okay. Plus 13x plus 5. Okay. 15. All right. Then we have revenue function. We have the revenue function to be 28x. Okay. 28x. So what we are supposed to do is to find the value of x that maximizes what? The daily profit. Now, before a firm can maximize profit, listen to it very carefully. Before the firm can maximize or the firm can maximize its profit, or the firm the value of x that maximizes daily profits. This is how it goes. Your marginal cost here, right, should be equal to your marginal revenue. That is it. That is a state where you maximize what? Profits. Okay. So let's find for the marginal cost and marginal revenue. So for marginal cost, it is C prime of x is equal to 3x minus 12x plus 13, right? Then our marginal revenue, which is R prime of x, is equal to 28. Okay, so here what we are going to do is we are going to equate this to this. So we have 3x minus 12x plus 13, okay, equal to 28. So this and this will give you negative 9x equal to 28 minus 13. Is that right? Let me check since there is a mistake somewhere. 12x. Question number 37. Question number 37. So we have 3x squared. Oh, it's 3x squared. Okay. When you differentiate this, you are going to get 3x squared, not 3x. Okay. So 3x squared. So it means you cannot simplify this one. So you have 3x squared minus 12x. Then when this one comes here, 13, and you are going to get negative 15, right? Yes. And so you punch this one on the calculator to find the two values of what? X. To find the two values of x. And so you are going to get negative x to be negative 1 and 5. Okay. Yes. And because we need the x as positive, we are not interested in the negative one. So therefore, you go for x is equal to 5. Okay. Yes. So the question says find the value of x that maximizes the daily profits. So the value of x is what? 5. So the value of x has to be 5 before the firm or the organization can maximize what? Profits. Okay. And so 5 is option D. Okay. 5 is option D. Then can we move on to question 38?